Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm glad you could make it again to join us for the Action Bible reading. It's me and Gonzo here from my house. My cat Gonzo. Say hi, Gonzo. Say hi, Gonzo. Hi. Hi. So we're gonna bring it to you today. Okay, we're just gonna get right into it. The Action Bible, God's redemptive story. As generations pass, however, people turn away from God. They lie, cheat, and murder. They worship the sun and the moon and the stars, and they bow down before idols. But there is one man, Noah, who looks on the sinfulness of the world with fear. So this first part is called Rainy Days, and it's based on Genesis chapter 6 and chapter 7. Your wickedness cannot continue. Turn away from your idol worship. Return to God who created you and gave us everything we have.
God didn't give me everything I have. I stole it. Noah thinks he's better than everyone else.
But Noah remains true to God. One day God speaks to him. Noah, you have been faithful. Build yourself a ship because I'm going to flood the whole earth. Noah obeys and begins building an ark. He follows the instructions that God gives him. That crazy Noah thinks he can float a boat on dry land. What will he think of next? When the ark is finished, God tells Noah to take 7 pairs of each kind of animal and bird that is used for food, and 1 pair of each kind that is not used for food. Noah and his family enter the ark. Now I've seen everything. Old Noah spent 120 years building that ship, but he never thought about who would close the door. Either he's crazy or knows something we don't. Don't you start preaching like Noah. A few days later, suddenly, lightning flashes. The windows of heaven open and the rains pour down. Floodwaters rise rapidly. Maybe Noah was right about the ark. Don't worry, there's never been enough water here to float a boat before. Hey, look! The door of Noah's ark is closing. But who is shutting it? Could it be Noah's God? The rains pour steadily for 40 days and 40 nights. The water flows over the land and rises above the mountaintops. All the earth is covered. Only Noah's great ark survives. The flood destroys everything evil. As the rain pours without stopping, Noah and his family work hard to care for the animals in the ark. One day, the rain stops, but the ark still floats above the flooded earth. Land is nowhere in sight. This next part is called A Rainbow Promise, based on Genesis chapters 8 through 10. Month after month, Noah's family waits. Finally, the water level begins to drop. The ark comes to a rest on top of the mountains of Ararat. I'll send out a dove. If it doesn't come back, we'll know it has found land. The dove disappears from sight. Noah watches the skies. After long hours swirling through the sky, the dove returns. A few days later, Noah again sends out a dove, and again it returns. An olive branch! That means some land must be dry again! 7 days later, Noah sends out a dove for the 3rd time. This time the bird does not return. It has found a place to nest. Noah and his family are anxious to leave the ark. They look every day for signs of dry land. Look! A little over a year after the flood started, Noah steps out onto dry land once more. Only 8 people have survived the flood: Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their sons' wives. Oh, ground, how I've missed you. Everything evil is gone. Through us, God has given human beings a new start. We must obey God and teach everyone who follows us to obey. First thing Noah does is build an altar. He thanks God for his care and asks God's guidance to help the family make a new start. Then God makes a new wonder in the sky. It's beautiful. God is good. Whenever people see a rainbow, they'll remember God's promise that a flood will never destroy the whole earth again. After the flood, their families grow larger in time. The mountains and plains are dotted with the tents of shepherd tribesmen and the rich river valleys with the growing cities. Wow. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? Well, I hope you can join us next time as we read more from the Action Bible.